friends, welcome. My name is Terry and this is my hubby Jerry.
Yep.
And today we're doing a special, what I call collab, and it's called Get to Know My Past. Sandy from Life with Sandy is hosting this, and there is a bunch of us that will be in the description box that is doing this. And we do this once a month, usually the second Tuesday of every month. And you get to know a little bit more about Jerry and I. If you are new to me, welcome. My name is Terry. I post daily vlogs on my weight loss journey to try to lose 75 pounds. And I show you snippets of my day and my food that I eat, and I do weekly weigh-ins. I also have been doing a monthly collab on different cooking episodes, and there is another one coming up from Recipes with Roy next Sunday, July 16th, and the dessert I'm hoping to make is Butterfinger.
What? On the 16th?
The 16th of July. Oh, Miss Sandy. Oh, anyways, and it's going to be Butterfinger dessert, so I'm looking forward to that. So we're just going to jump right into this. There are 10 questions, so I'm going to ask the questions, and we're both going to respond the best that we can. So get to know my past, and of course, if you want to play along, please comment below and with your stuff on there. If you want to play along. So number 1, did anyone, either related or not, live with you when you were a child?
I assume you mean other than your family.
Yes. Oh my Lantas.
No.
So Jerry's going to be no. No one lived with us, but we lived with somebody else. When my mom and dad were getting a divorce, mom had me and my brother, and she was pregnant, and we all moved in with my grandma. So I do remember that, but live with us, no. Number 2, do your family members live close to you? Our immediate family, our kids, one lives an hour away and the other one lives 45 minutes away. My siblings and my mom all live
within a couple, 3 miles
from us, but they all kind of like are in the town and we're outside of town, and I'm always told that we live too far for them to come see us because, you know, we're 3 miles away. I'll let Jerry answer his.
Oh yeah, I have a sister that's about 2 miles away. My brother is about 4 or 5 miles, and of course my mom is still with us, and she lives about 15 miles in a home. Yep, she's in a dementia care place, assisted living. Number 3, did your family have any special traditions? I'm going to say no. I don't remember any special traditions unless you count going to Christmas at my grandma's, but other than that, no. I'd say that we only had, on Memorial Day, we always made homemade ice cream and listened to the Indy 500, because back then you didn't watch it, you listened to it. But that was quite a tradition because, well, Gordon Johncock, who was popular back then, is from Hastings, and my dad knew him from school, and Sam Sessions, who used to race Indy, yeah, was only 2 or 3 miles away from us. So my dad had a connection with that.
Yeah. Number 4, what was a family favorite meal growing up?
We never had one. The only thing I can think of is meatloaf. That's the only thing. We never had steak or anything like that.
Well, it just said a favorite meal.
Well, I never had one.
You never had a favorite meal?
No.
Favorite meal. See, back when I was little and he was little, of course we had 4 in our family.
You ate what was put in front of you.
Exactly. Exactly.
And you darn well better like it.
That's right. That's right. In my family, the only favorite meal I can think of that I liked when my mom did make it, she did make a good sausage and gravy and biscuits, or hamburger gravy. Hence why I do this weight loss thing. But no, Jerry's correct. Growing up, it was like Mom made two separate meals. Dad and her ate one way, and the rest of us kids ate another way. The biggest joke, I guess you could say, in my family is that Mom would make liver, but she would put bread in it to spread it out for all four of us kids, while her and Dad got steak and potatoes. So, but money was tight back then, and you just ate what was given to you, or you went hungry, basically. Number 5, did you have special traditions associated with your favorite meals?
The only thing I can think of, Sunday. My mom would, whenever she would make, she'd put in the oven before we went to church. And that was back when you set the timer on the oven, and it was supposed to start at a certain time and stop at a certain time. So when you got home, whenever she was making, usually Sunday dinner was the best meal of the week, because that was the meal she actually had time to prepare for. The rest of the week, she worked until 5 o'clock. By the time she got home, everything was in a hurry.
Yeah, we didn't go to church or anything like that. I shouldn't say we didn't. When I got to be a certain age, my mom made me go with my uncle and my aunt and cousins to church. And if there's anything special, that was with my Uncle Bob, who's not with us no longer. He'd come up in the summer months with his roadster car, the one that had the fold out in the back.
Oh, and the rumble seat.
The rumble seat. And my cousin Lissa and I always got to sit in the rumble seat in the back, and we'd go to church, and then he'd bring me back home on his way back home. But there was no special meal associated with it, but that's just, since I was the oldest, I got to go, so. But we didn't have any special meals. Number 6, where did you meet your spouse or partner? Where did you meet me?
Oh, I knew this was going to be a test. We went to a youth convention. Really is where we first met. I was assistant youth counselor, and she was going down too, and she rode with me, I guess not down and back, just back. Mm-hmm. And that's when we first met. We got set up.
Yeah, we did get set up by the pastor's wife. I had went to her one time, and she had told me that I was trying to tell God, who was supposed to be my spouse, I need to give him a blank piece of paper. So I said, okay, that's what I prayed on.
I guess that's me.
That was you.
Huh.
And
Never
then,
thought about it like that.
And then she sat there, and she called me. And she said, Terry, what are you doing this weekend? We need an extra counselor to go along to help with the youth. And of course, Jerry was going to be there. He didn't know me. I didn't know him. We both went to the same church, but I don't think you were going to. Yeah, you must have been, but you were with the youth and stuff. But anyway, she set us up, and she made it so that going down, I rode to I think for the very first stop, and then they made it so she made whoever was riding with him in the front seat go with somebody else, and she put me in with Jerry. You know, and so we spent the whole weekend with the kids down there, and we came back and everything, and I think we both kind of knew that there was something between us and everything, but it was basically a setup with our pastor, and this March 1st, we'll be celebrating 44 years, so they tied the knot good. Number 7, what was your first house or apartment like when you moved out of your childhood home?
Well,
my first one was before
Oh, that's right.
Us. I had an apartment here in town, and it was a house converted, and my apartment had a kitchen and a small living area, a bedroom and a bath, and I was on the part that had the front porch. And I was probably only there a couple months before I came back home because the landlord decided to sell the place and everything. So, but that was my first one. So,
Mine was when we got engaged and we rented a house. I rented a house, and it was probably the month before we got married.
yep.
So we were setting all that up. So when we got married, we could move right in.
Because you were already living in it
Yeah,
before we got married.
only by for a week or two.
Yeah. But that was pretty hard on your mom, though, because you were the youngest and,
Yep.
you know.
And your first move, I mean, it took one carload. That was the last time that ever happened.
That's right. Because the next one, it took a rented van and
Yeah.
several cars. Number 8, did your family take trips or go on vacation to a certain destination? For us, no, because there was 4 kids and both my parents worked, and if there's vacations, the parents did it, and the kids stayed home with grandparents. So I'm going to say for us, no.
For us, basically, no, too.
There was one trip you went.
We went on one vacation.
Yeah.
We went to Mammoth Cave for a weekend, and my dad was sick the whole time. And we couldn't get a hotel. We slept in the car. It was miserable.
And there was 5 of you in that car.
4. Well, there was 5. Yeah.
Yeah, there was 3 because all 3 of you were there. Because if you went, the other 2 are older, so
My mom and dad went on a few vacations, but not
Yes.
with us kids.
yeah, back then it was like parents went if they did go.
Yeah.
Because your parents went on that Harley thing.
Yeah.
His folks went on a trip with a bunch of friends. His mom and dad had Harleys, motorcycles. Jerry had motorcycles, so did the brother. And I don't know how young these guys
I
were.
would have been like 2. So in 1959, I think it was, my mom and dad, and there was like 6 or 8 couples, and they took 4 or 5 Harleys. They all went to Florida and went down for a week or 2 and came back. And, I mean, they have a picture in the paper of it and all that, because, you know, in 59, the roads to Florida were, well, you know.
And there was no hotels that they stayed in. They camped in people's yards. They just, I mean, if you think about that, how dangerous that would be nowadays. And to leave your children here. And they didn't have cell phones back then, or, you know, because I asked her, I said, you left your kids with your mom? Well, yeah. I says, and if something would have happened to you, how would she know that? She goes, she wouldn't. Right?
Times are different.
Oh my goodness. So, number 9. Are you still friends with any of your childhood friends? Most of my childhood friends are in heaven, so I'd say no.
I'm friends with a couple. It's not friends where you hang out every day, but
More like acquaintances.
you know, if I need something, I feel like I can call them and they would help me out, or I help them out. Go out for breakfast once in a while, something like that.
And the last question, number 10. Do any events stand out to you that you experienced as a child? Any events? The only event I can think of is always being able to, once it was a couple events, once a year, get to spend the whole week with my grandpa and grandma Kidder as a child, and, you know, give the folks a rest of 3 kids instead of 4. And then on holidays, go over to my grandma Mun's, my mom's mom, and get to bake cookies and stuff with her. But there I mean, besides your Christmas, but you know, but we did a lot with our grandparents. So for me, that would be it for me.
I can't think of it except Christmases, and as far as being a child, that was a long time ago. No. Not good ones.
Well,
Going to hospitals and having surgeries.
I know. I was thinking about that when you said that, when I read that, because Jerry was into motorcycles.
Oh, that. Yeah, that too.
That's what I was thinking more, but,
Oh.
you know. But that is our 10 questions. Hopefully we did not miss any. I don't think we did. So thank you, Sandy, for doing this month. And thank you for watching this. And please like and subscribe if this is something that you did enjoy. And feel free to comment. And look for my daily vlogs. And Mr. Jerry will be back with us in another month, because he's usually not my daily vlog. So... But anyways, thank you, everybody, and I will see you and talk to you all later. Bye, everybody.
Bye.